Welcome back to ChatGPT Insights, the channel that decodes the future of AI. The tech world moves at lightning speed, and if you blink, you'll miss it. Today, we've got seismic shifts, groundbreaking collaborations, and a peek into how AI is reshaping our digital lives. Get ready for unmissable updates that you need to know. First up, is Apple secretly teaming up with Google for Siri? Then, we're diving into how Gemini is streamlining your design workflow. Plus, a surprising personal journey through the Zodiac and AI, and a look at Gemini's deep research capabilities. You don't want to miss this. Stick around and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss an update. Apple's AI overhaul, a Google Gemini partnership on the horizon. Apple's ambition to lead the AI race might be taking a surprising turn, with reports suggesting a potential collaboration with none other than Google. Sources indicate that Apple is in the preliminary stages of discussions to integrate Google's powerful Gemini AI models to form the foundation of a significantly upgraded Siri, slated for release next year. This move could be a critical step for Apple to bridge the generative AI gap that has widened with competitors. This potential integration comes after Apple encountered notable engineering challenges, which led to the postponement of a major Siri overhaul originally planned for earlier this year. The forthcoming iteration of Siri is expected to offer more intuitive and seamless voice control, leveraging personal user data more effectively. However, the path to this enhanced Siri has not been without its internal shifts. John Ginandria, Apple's Senior Vice President of Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence Strategy, has reportedly been removed from direct oversight of the Siri project. Leadership responsibilities have now transitioned to Craig Federighi, Apple's Senior Vice President of Software Engineering, and Mike Rockwell, who heads the Vision Pro development team, signaling a significant restructuring of AI efforts. The exploration of external AI partnerships extends beyond Google. Apple has reportedly held initial discussions with other leading AI firms, including Anthropic, known for its Claude AI, and OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT. While Anthropic was initially a favored candidate, the escalating costs associated with their models prompted Apple to broaden its search. In a significant development, Google has already begun the process of training a custom AI model specifically tailored for Apple's server infrastructure. Currently, Apple is reportedly conducting a comparative evaluation of two distinct Siri prototypes: Linwood, which utilizes Apple's proprietary in-house models, and Glenwood, which is powered by third-party AI technology. This competitive testing aims to identify the most effective path forward. The internal landscape of Apple's AI division has also seen notable changes. In July of this year, a key architect in the AI team, Ruoming Pang, departed for Meta, reportedly attracted by a compensation package exceeding $200 million. Several of his colleagues have followed suit, and a considerable number of remaining staff are actively exploring other opportunities. This exodus appears to be partly influenced by the prospect of Apple increasingly relying on external AI technologies. Historically, Apple has prioritized in-house development, particularly for its AI features, to maintain strict control over user privacy. However, this potential pivot to third-party models does not mean a compromise on privacy, as any integrated external models are expected to operate within Apple's secure private cloud compute infrastructure. The question remains, can Gemini truly supercharge Siri? It's a leading contender as Apple accelerates its AI development. What are your thoughts on this potential game-changing partnership? Share them in the comments below. Hold on, because the AI world never sleeps, and neither do we. Next, we're exploring how Google's Gemini is making waves in the design and development space. Google Gemini Canvas expands to Firebase Studio for seamless prototyping. Google is enhancing its AI-powered creative suite by integrating Gemini Canvas with Firebase Studio, aiming to streamline the prototyping and development workflow for web creators. This new integration introduces an export functionality that allows users to effortlessly transition their Gemini Canvas designs directly into Firebase Studio projects, marking a significant step in bridging the gap between initial ideation and production-ready applications. The process is designed for efficiency, Users can conceptualize and build their ideas within Gemini Canvas, then utilize a new export button to initiate the creation of a new Firebase Studio project. This project will automatically include the Canvas file, providing developers with a direct pathway to incorporate hosting, integrate external services, and implement business logic. This feature is particularly beneficial for web developers who prefer to start with lightweight mockups and require a clear, accelerated route toward building scalable applications. It represents Google's strategic effort to foster a cohesive ecosystem where its AI-driven creative tools seamlessly connect with its established developer platforms. Firebase Studio is positioned as the logical next stage for creators utilizing Gemini as a prototyping surface. By reducing the friction and overhead typically associated with handing off design assets to development, Google aims to retain users within its ecosystem throughout the entire application lifecycle, from initial concept to final deployment. This integration underscores Google's commitment to making its AI tools not just powerful for creative tasks, but also deeply functional within professional development pipelines. In parallel, Google is testing another user interface enhancement for Gemini, the relocation of the model selector. This control is being moved directly into the prompt bar, a design choice that aligns with a broader trend observed across leading AI platforms. Placing model selection closer to the user's primary interaction point, the text input field reduces unnecessary cursor movements and keeps essential controls consolidated within the main workflow. This adjustment is intended to make switching between different AI models more intuitive and efficient for users. Both the Firebase Studio export functionality and the revised model selector are currently under active development, with no official release timeline announced. Should these features be implemented, they would undoubtedly bolster Gemini's standing as a versatile tool for both creative expression and technical development, ultimately contributing to a more integrated and less fragmented user experience from the initial draft to the final product. This evolution points towards a future where AI-assisted design and development are more interconnected than ever. Stay with us because the AI journey continues, and our next story is about a unique blend of personal experience and artificial intelligence. Prepare for a fascinating look at how AI intersects with personal narratives and even the stars. Gemini's deep research feature set to enhance NotebookLM. Google is poised to integrate its powerful deep research capability, a feature currently associated with its Gemini AI, into NotebookLM. This enhancement promises to significantly boost NotebookLM's ability to analyze and synthesize information, with a strong likelihood of enabling users to pull sources directly from their Google Drive storage. The integration of deep research into NotebookLM signifies a major upgrade for the AI-powered research assistant. NotebookLM is designed to help users understand complex documents and research materials by providing summaries, answering questions, and identifying key themes. By incorporating deep research, NotebookLM will gain a more sophisticated analytical engine, capable of processing vast amounts of information with greater depth and accuracy. This could potentially transform how students, researchers, and writers engage with their source materials, offering more nuanced insights and accelerating the research process. While details are still emerging, the prospect of connecting NotebookLM with Google Drive is particularly noteworthy. This would allow users to seamlessly feed their personal or work-related documents stored in Drive directly into NotebookLM for analysis. Imagine uploading research papers, meeting notes, or project briefs, and having NotebookLM instantly process and organize them. This capability would centralize research efforts, reducing the time spent manually importing or organizing files. It aligns with Google's strategy to create a more interconnected suite of productivity and AI tools, making workflows smoother and more efficient. This move reflects a broader trend in the AI landscape, where companies are focusing on making their AI models more accessible and integrated into existing user workflows. By bringing deep research to NotebookLM and potentially linking it to Google Drive, Google is enhancing the practical utility of its AI technologies for everyday research and learning tasks. the specific mechanics of how deep research will function within NotebookLM, including how it handles different file types and the depth of analysis it provides, will be crucial factors to watch. This development could position NotebookLM as an indispensable tool for anyone dealing with extensive documentation or complex information sets. The ability to conduct deep, AI-driven research directly on personal or professional documents stored in the cloud represents a significant leap forward in making AI a more integrated and powerful assistant in knowledge work. The exact timeline for this integration has not yet been announced, but it is a highly anticipated upgrade within the AI research community. And that brings us to our final story of the day, a truly unique intersection of personal experience and AI. Get ready for a story that's out of this world, or perhaps grounded in the stars. From Zodiac skeptic to Gemini devotee, a mother's journey. This story explores a fascinating personal narrative about navigating life, family, and astrological signs, highlighting how preconceived notions about the Gemini zodiac sign were challenged and ultimately transformed through the experience of raising a double Gemini son. The author begins by introducing a friend, Lee, who, despite not being an astrologer, possesses a strong intuition and understanding of the zodiac. Lee, a Taurus, initially had a negative experience with a Gemini boyfriend in college, describing him as duplicitous and people-pleasing, lacking patience, and constantly filling silence with gossip. This experience led her to a firm stance against dating Geminis, a generalization the author acknowledges, but finds relatable given Lee's grounded Taurus nature and lack of air sign influence in her astrological chart. Astrologically, the zodiac is divided into 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. Earth signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are known for their practicality. Water signs Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for their emotional depth. Fire signs Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for their passion, and air signs Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for their intellect and communication. Lee's initial perception of her ex-boyfriend's Gemini traits, chameleon-like adaptability, and constant talking, was viewed through the lens of her own grounded, earth sign personality, leading her to find these traits grating and indicative of insincerity. However, decades later, Lee's perspective has undergone a significant transformation. Her son, who is a double Gemini, meaning he has Gemini placements in his sun, moon, and rising signs, has profoundly changed her view. Lee now cherishes his adaptability, communicative prowess, and the way he brings air into their hearts and minds. As the rest of her family comprises earth, fire, and water signs, she finds the air element her son introduces to be a refreshing counterbalance. The narrative vividly illustrates this dynamic, with Lee multitasking during the interview, her Gemini son constantly asking questions in the background. An amusing anecdote involves Lee's son hiding her keys, causing a delay in their departure. While initially frustrating, Lee finds humor in it, noting how it brings levity to their day. She contrasts this with her past relationship, where a partner's constant talking was annoying, but as a mother, she cherishes her son's ceaseless curiosity and energy. Lee further adds nuance by mentioning her son also has a Virgo moon, which she believes helps him integrate well with the family's earth sign-dominant dynamic. The story concludes by highlighting how personal experiences, particularly parenthood, can reshape deeply held beliefs and perceptions, even those rooted in astrological generalizations. It's a heartwarming account of love, family, and the surprising ways our perspectives can evolve. And that's a wrap on our deep dives for today. Now, let's quickly recap the biggest AI news you need to know. And that's a wrap on today's AI news. We've seen Apple potentially partner with Google for Siri, Google Gemini Canvas streamlining design with Firebase Studio, Gemini's deep research coming to NotebookLM, and a heartwarming story about astrology and AI. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe to ChatGPT Insights for more cutting-edge AI updates, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out. Follow us on all social platforms to stay connected. See you in the next one.